Hi, this is video number 7, and it's Michelle reading to you from Prepare a Room, A Path to Peace and Healing for Those Hurt by Abortion. And now we're launching into Chapter 2, which is entitled Prepare a Room. And Chapter 2 will probably be separated into 2 videos. So here we go. If you recall, I start each chapter with a quote from Hannah Hurnard's Hind's Feet in High Places. That's a lot of H words. And so that's the case in this chapter as well. So I'm going to start with that quote. Though the uproar of the tempest without was almost deafening, and the hut shuddered and shook in every blast, yet inside was nothing but peace and thanksgiving and cheerful contentment. And now we start the chapter. I recently watched a documentary about Magnus Carlsen, a young chess phenom who challenged the top chess master for the title of World Chess Champion in Chennai, India in 2013. The psychological pressure on these two competitors as they matched brain power was unimaginable. To isolate the players from any interference from outside their match, a special room was constructed. It was a small, soundproof chamber with a glass front, designed with the sole purpose of securing an environment within which the two chess rivals could concentrate without distraction. These chess match rooms have been described as, quote, a double-layered, glass-enclosed fish tank, resembling a large museum display case with one-way glass so spectators can see in, but the players cannot see out. In the room are a table and 2 chairs, the chessboard, a timer, pens and paper for taking notes, and water to drink. That's all the competitors need to play the game. They sit, they think, they make a move at the chessboard, they take a sip of water, they write a note, they get up and stretch, and they sit back down at the board. The space just on the other side of the one-way glass, unseen by the players, is teeming with spectators and the media, photographers with their cameras snapping away at a furious pace, practically falling over each other to capture every change of facial expression, every move, every moment. Yet the players cannot hear them or see them. A world of commotion may be exploding mere inches away from them, but their special room is insulated from interference. It's absolutely quiet in their space. They are able to perform at the highest level of their game without being disturbed or interrupted. These extreme measures are taken out of respect for the game and the players. Just as the chess players need a quiet place, so too, you are invited to construct your own special place to concentrate on your healing. As I said in the last chapter, during the course of the chapters of this book, you will be asked to conceive of a room. In fact, you will prepare 3 imaginary conceptual rooms, special spaces for healing to occur. These are not real rooms, but a way of making room in your life for this very important process. The first room you are invited to imagine is a room for you. It is to be a secure space in what will probably be a season of increased sensitivity as you uncover and explore difficult feelings about your abortion. What does it mean to prepare a room that isn't a literal room? How is that done? Let's start with the walls. The chess championship chamber had walls that were designed to keep out distraction and allow for concentration. You are looking for a space, and that space has everything to do with your focus, determination, and attitude that keeps out distraction and interruption so you can concentrate on the task ahead of you. Outside your room may be a world of commotion in the form of turbulent relationships, loved ones whose needs tug at you, and the million things that cry out to be attended to in any given day. Are there ways you can place some boundaries around the unique needs of this moment? Can you lighten your daily tasks in order to make time for this healing project? What can you do to dial down stress in difficult relationships at this time? Are you able to tell those around you that you need some extra margin right now as you process difficult life issues? Is there a regular time each week that you can set aside to devote to this process? The chess masters didn't need much in their room. What do you need in your room? Yourself. If the chess competitors don't show up for their match, they forfeit the game to their opponent. You don't want to forfeit your game. You need to be present for your own challenge. Can you commit to braving the hurt and not running away from it? You're going to be digging deep during this process. Along the way, you will discover what sustains you and what distracts you. Don't allow shiny objects to seduce you away from a deeper calling to true healing. Having said that, be sure you have some practical tools, such as a notebook and pencil or tablet, in case the space for writing in this book is not enough. And of course, you don't have the book in front of you, so you're just writing. So you do need something to write on. You might wish to leave Facebook and Instagram and such outside your room. Who was allowed in the chess room? The only ones allowed in the chess room were the players and a few trusted people for security. You are beginning to look deeply into your abortion experience. Is there anyone you can trust to share about it? This should be someone who won't minimize your feelings and who will respect your confidentiality. Use wisdom in deciding which people to share with and which people not to share with. There may be those you need to exclude. Find a loving and gentle way to do so. They don't even need to know what you're doing. You don't want to create new problems while you're working out old ones. If you're a part of a group of people going through this process together, start out by discussing the importance of confidentiality. You want to be able to wholly trust one another, as you are allowing one another access to your rooms. The qualities you should bring to such a group are those you would like to see others display toward you: gentleness, kindness, patience, respect, thoughtfulness, and the ability to speak the truth with love. Here's a further idea for you. I urge you to invite God into the room you are preparing for yourself. As I make this suggestion, I'm reminded of the time Moses led the Jewish people as they fled from the Pharaoh in Egypt, where they were slaves. Behind them was Pharaoh's army closing in on them, and in front of them was the Red Sea. The people were stuck, as it were, between a rock and a hard place. They didn't know God. They didn't have any reason to trust God to deliver them. But Moses encouraged them. Fear not, stand firm, and see the salvation of the Lord, which he will work for you today. The Lord will fight for you, and you have only to be silent. And that is Exodus 14, verses 13 and 14 from the ESV version. Then God parted the Red Sea, and the people escaped by walking through the sea as on dry land. Moses' message is for you. Read it over and take it personally. Maybe you don't know God yet either. Maybe you don't have any reason to trust him. But just stand back and see what he will do for you. Be encouraged with the thought that if you invite God in, he may surprise you with your own sort of parted waters deliverance from bondage to guilt and regret. And in the next video, I'll finish Chapter 2, Prepare a Room. And thank you. I'll see you next time.